Okay, thank you very much for joining this live stream. We are going to start straight away with KXIN stock, KXIN Auto Holdings. It's up 54.95%. We're going to find out very soon why that is the case. Okay, there's some news there. This is KXIN Auto Holdings announces intention to order 20,000 electric vehicles. Okay, it says here, KXIN Auto Holdings announces today that it has reached into a strategic partnership with Beijing Camping Club Sports and Culture Communication Limited. Camping Club agrees to order at least 20,000 new energy vehicles from KXIN over the next 5 years. The total value is about 6 million renminbi. Approximately 6 billion renminbi, approximately $938 million. Camping Club is a modern sports and leisure tourism service platform which sponsors China International Camping Congress, a well-known event approved by the General Administration of Sports of China. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. They just disclosed the potential order of 20,000 new energy vehicles. I think that should mean new electric vehicles. So that's the news concerning KXIN. We're gonna find out if what the volumes are for the stock at the moment. Okay, we have 4.694 million shares. It has a prospect of doing well in this pre-market session, but I can't say that it's going to continue to do so in the regular session. Okay, let's look at NILE. NILE. NILE is up 32.03%. It says here, let's get the news. NILE Holdings announces payments in full of $66 million in senior secured notes this week. Okay, payment in full of. Okay, we don't exactly know whether it's paying off the one it received, paying off that senior secured notes. Okay. Or whether it's receiving them. Okay, so we are it has 10.843 million shares across the tape so far. It's not optionable. It's still a penny stock, or is a penny stock, now trading at $1.09. Okay, let's look at MULN. MULN Automotive is down 8%. Okay, there's a disclosure here from S3. Let's see. I think MULN is issuing more shares, I think. Okay, it says here, we're registering for resale by the selling stockholders named herein 253.109 million shares of our common stock, described below as securities being offered. Okay, 5.1622 shares of their common stock, 4.969 million shares of their common stock issuable upon conversion of their Series C preferred stock, and 196.517 million shares of their common stock issuable upon exercise of the warrants. The additional shares of their common stock included in this prospectus are being registered for resale pursuant to the terms of the warrants and the registration rights agreement to cover additional shares of common stock that may be issuable under the anti-dilution provisions contained in the terms of the Series C preferred stock, and the warrants are described herein under selling stockholders and description of capital stock. Okay, the proceeds will be the user proceeds. They will not receive any of the proceeds from the sale or order disposition of shares of their common stock by the selling stockholders. However, they may receive the proceeds from any exercise of warrants. Okay, see the section of this prospectus titled Use of Proceeds. Okay. Okay, some stockholders are selling their shares. Okay, some are reselling. Let's say resale of by the selling stockholders. Okay, that's what we have, and that is what the case is with MULN. Okay, sorry, Sasha. Let me get back. I had a phone call, so I had to. Okay. Let me get back to NILE for you. Hello, Paul. Thank you very much for joining us, Paul. Thank you. NILE. Okay, NILE is up 32.03. There's a news there. I think it's either they are paying off $66 million in senior secured notes, or they are receiving that, or that it's the people who are buying it are paying up in full. One of those things, So volume so far is 16.65 to 16.628 million shares. Okay, so it's been moving sideways pretty much. 32.03% is the gain. Okay, there's no guarantee it's going to continue to extend in the regular session. From the look of things, let's see whether we can set a target for it. 1.1 and 1.08, so we have a difference of 0.03. times 2.6 plus So potential target of getting to 1.16 for NILE. Yeah. Okay, they're paying off the 66 million off. Okay, that's good. So we have our target is 1.16 based on what it has done so far, but who knows whether it's going to progress or even fall back. So let's see what I think. Did they mine Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies? I think so. Yeah, Paul, I'm going to get to HYMC. Let's just see what these guys do. NILE. Okay, as guys saying, okay, Bit mining company NILE is getting attention on Reddit threads as a promising penny stock. Okay, here's what you need to know. Okay. Okay. I don't think it's a racing car, but not a Formula One car. It's a Las Vegas-based holding company that runs Bitcoin mining operations as well as a data center and decentralized finance technology operations. Currently, the company has a market cap of $63 million. As a holding company, diversified across 6 industries, NILE owns the company. Alton Alliance and plans by 2022 to split its business between the two companies. The Bitcoin mining business is expected to account for 63% of BitNile's consolidated revenue by 2023. Between BitNile and Alt Alliance, there are 5 subsidiaries within distinct segments. On the Alt Alliance side are Gresham Worldwide, which operates in the military and defense sector, and Turn Green and Digital Power, which are in the power supply and electric vehicle charging businesses. Lastly, there is Agree, which operates in the real estate sector. On the BitNile side, crypto mining is conducted 70% by the subsidiary Alliance Cloud Services. BitNile itself runs the DeFi and crypto investment operations. So yes, it's a Bitcoin mining. It's a holding company that's associated with a whole lot of other commercial things in there, So yes, penny stock. We have a target of 1.16. Okay, so yeah, you're by far more optimistic than we are. Yeah. Okay, let's quickly see what's going on with HYMC, Highcroft Mining Holdings. I think this company mines gold. I think Paul is saying that their options are okay. So Paul is also equally talking about NILE as well. Okay. Paul. Okay, there are no options on. Oh yeah, there are options. Sorry, there are options on HYMC, and I think there are also options on NILE as well. I think I was looking at something else. Yes, optionals. Yes, NILE is also optionable. Okay, yes, you can see it will definitely complicate a lot of things because it will definitely make it remain really relevant. We have seen that of late. The fact that there are options involved means that obviously when traders are trading the options, the market makers are equally busy, so it will tend to keep the stock relevant for some weeks. We have seen that with MULN. MULN has just not been able to go away, even though it's down about 8% now in this pre-market session, but it has just constantly remained relevant, so. And NILE is it's a penny stock as well, and yeah, penny stock, and it's also optionable. So the good thing about it is that the prices are it's a penny stock that's not up to $1, or rather just about $1, and a lot of things can be done. You can always, it's easier to stomp up some amount of money to do whatever you want to do. The options are by far cheaper, and also, yeah, I mean, you'll get a point of what I'm trying to make. You can easily buy what is it called, a few thousand shares, so that that will enable you do things on exercise some things on the options side. That's the good thing about having cheap penny stocks. I mean, cheap in the numerical sense, cheap penny stocks, and that are optionable. Yeah, 17.03 million shares. That's what we're looking at here. Okay, so Paul, it seems you have a position in NILE, I guess. Okay, MULN is also regaining ground. It last time we checked, it was down 8%, now down 4.68. So let's look at CEI. CEI energy stocks are losing some of the gains they had earlier on this month, because we are now hearing that I think I mean, what Biden was talking about concerning natural gas, which is not exactly they feel that cars need, but they are also very much relevant. But it's also not what some of these energy stocks really sell as such. They sell crude, and natural gas is somewhat different. Okay, Biden was saying that they are going to supply Europe with some of the natural gas they need. Okay, PROG. All right, let's see PROG. It's up 4.14%. Okay, moved sideways for some time now, and it's now above its 10-minute moving average at the moment. So let's see. 1.74, 1.75, and 1.74. 0.01 times 2.618 to 1.76. I don't know, based on what it's been doing, it's, well, I just expect it to just maybe it has the potential to inch up slightly again, but probably much more. But it's optionable. Yes, we know that. Yeah. Hopefully there might be some moves. Some there might be some, because I've noticed that things are looking up a bit with the S&P, even though it lost some ground as at Friday, but before that time things are looking up, I think. And some of some experts are speculating that we may have some rotation from small cap stocks, and obviously PROG is one of them. So well, something might happen. Something might happen, you know, and optional. It's also optionable as well. Penny stock optionable. I think some investors or traders like it a lot that way. So we also, in the interim, the target is just 1.78. It could be more. It may be way more, but so far we have not seen only 265,000 shares have crossed the tape. And I think what this is probably indicating is that maybe there isn't a lot of interest at the moment with stock. They are not looking at it at the moment. So the few who are involved, it could just be very few, a small number of market participants that are there now. It may just be that that are responsible for this figure. And if there are a small number of players, it's the stock is likely to go in the direction of the majority of that set of players or traders, or those who are trading it. So right now, I think the majority of them are bullish with the stock, so it's likely to go in that direction, and it may continue to go there because maybe also there you can see they're obviously not trading with a huge number of shares. So right now, it's just going in their direction. And if more and more bullish buyers come in, or rather traders come in, it might continue to extend until probably those that are bearish or those who want to take profits come in, and they may change their things. But the point I'm trying to make is that it has this gain of 5.33% on a volume of only 274,000. Just pretty much light at the moment. So this is just early days, and this is a pre-market. When the market opens, things can always change. Things will always change. Yes. Yeah. So yes. I because I noticed that as well. I had a position in BBIG for some weeks now. Nothing was going on there, but I managed to sell on Thursday. On Thursday, which was a better day than a Friday, I managed to sell with a small profit on that position. And obviously, a BBIG is also a small and small cap stock. Yes. So yes, something might come to them. Something might, and it's obviously as well an optionable stock. Very interesting. Yeah. We can see that what do we have here? Even the options are trading more. Some of them are more expensive than the stock itself. So like this 1st of April strike, 5.50 strike. The ask is at 229 as at Friday the 25th. Okay, let's see HYMC. It's up 32.03. Let's see. It's also another penny stock that is optionable. Okay, these are some of the stocks that are on the move in this pre-market session. Okay, this one is POLY, says HP is acquiring 50% of the stock of the shares. Looked at NILE, Highcroft, that's what we're looking at here, and Okay, so we just have a few more names we're going to add to the ones we're going to look at. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully it should be. We should be, because already seen that the S&P futures, last time I checked it, okay, it was up. It was at 4551 the last time I checked. So KYMC is optionable as well. 20.642 million shares have crossed the tape. I think there's also a heavy involvement there with the stock at the moment. Let's see. Momentum is very strong, but the RSI is not so strong, meaning that right now, based on before now, I think sellers were in control, and they're still very much in control. So this 32% we have is not as strong. It's not as strong. The RSI is not indicating. It's just improving at the moment. Just improving. Before, at the inception of this session, it was very strong. It was very strong. The RSI, underline that the RSI indicates what is inherent in the current trend. So it's indicating, at that time it was indicating that the rally was a strong one, but right now it is just indicating that sellers are also heavily involved in what is going on there now. Even though also momentum is strong, but sellers are there. They're there. They have contributed to the heavy volumes we're seeing for the stock right now. So these are all the sort of things you have to also bear in mind. Okay, so let's look at STAA. Star Surgical Co. up 15.15%. Okay, there's an FDA, there's a Form 8 disclosure there. It says Star Surgical announces US FDA approval of EVO VCN implantable Coulomb lenses. Okay, the company is a leading developer, manufacturer, and marketer of implantable lenses and companion delivery systems for the eye. Today announced that the US FDA has granted approval of the EVO/EVO Plus VCN implantable Coulomb lenses for the correction of myopia and myopia with astigmatism, myopia which is also known as nearsightedness, or the need for distance vision correction. Is the most common vision disorder globally, and its prevalence is rapidly growing. An estimated 100 million US adults aged 21 to 45 to have myopia. A potential candidate for EVO or EVO, a biocompatible implantable lens that corrects distance vision. So that's good. That is why we are seeing the stock is up. Let's see, it's up 15.15%. Not a penny stock. It's optionable as well. But you can see only 42,838 shares have crossed the tape, which is also an indication that there isn't a lot of shares available at the moment. It doesn't mean that the float may not mean that the float is small. It may not mean that. Let's see whether we can get the float is Finviz is saying it's 47.49 million. Okay, yes, okay, so about 47 million shares are floated, and only what we have is only 42,838 shares. So yes, that is only what is available, and that is or rather a small amount of shares are relatively available, and those who want to get involved have to deal with that. That's why we are also seeing, amongst other things, it has gained on a very small volume, which is not exact. Sometimes it's not very wonderful, but at the same time, if more and more get involved, there's also a chance that it may not also continue to rally. If it's been moving sideways pretty much. CODA is up 16.53%. Do you have any news? CODA Octopus. Okay, 125 shares have crossed the tape only. Dynagas LNG partners up 9.74%. No news. Shares is 281,513. Is it optionable? Yes, it is. But the spreads are not wonderful. You can see that the ask is 155 and the bid is 0.7. Sorry, the ask is 1.55. The bid is 0.7 for the 14th of April 250 calls. FRLN. Prevailing Therapeutics up 8.04%. Okay, Prevailing Therapeutics, it climbs after healthcare group Syncona unit reports majority stake. Let's see what that piece of news is saying. Shares of drug maker rose as much as 28.5% to $1.44 before the bell, on track to hit highest levels in over 2 months if gain holds. Okay, London-based Syncona Portfolio Limited reported a stake of 60.3% in Prevailing. According to regulatory filing, stake consists of 15.9 million ordinary FLN shares and 22 million American depository shares. Syncona Portfolio says in a filing it acquired 19 million ADSs of FRLN at a purchase price of $1.05 on March 15th through direct offering. So it's not optionable. 1.266 million shares have crossed the tape. Plantronics is up 49.05%. This is after HPE. I think HPE disclosed that it's acquiring 50% stakes, is here. Okay, Plantronics, upon termination of merger, will be required to pay HB Inc. a termination fee of $66 million. HB agrees to buy Poly in a $3.3 billion deal. HP said on Monday it has agreed to buy Plantronics, a global provider of workplace collaboration services, in an all-cash deal for $40 per share, implying a total enterprise value of $3.3 million, inclusive of Poly's net debt. HP expects a deal which is expected to close by the end of calendar 2022 to be immediately accretive to its revenue growth, margins, and non-GAAP earnings per share at close. It's said that it expects to see $500 million of revenue synergies by financial year 25 and improve Poly's operating margins by about 6 percentage points in the same period. So it's a measure we are talking about concerning POLY, Plantronics. 326 million shares of cross the tape. So I think I saw $40 per share. So we are not okay. We're almost there. Yes, 49% of $39.14. So it's also optionable. Core Group Holdings up to 1.26%. We don't have any news on KORE. Okay, let's get back to KXIN. The market is opening in an hour, so we're counting down to the open. KXIN, we can see it has it entered into a deal. See it here. No, see this. It has announced intention order for 20,000. It calls it new energy vehicles. Okay, from Beijing Camping Club Sports and Cultural Communications Limited, which is around almost $940 million over the next 5 years. KXIN is also optionable. The scan there for the 5.95 million shares, sorry, percent. Volume is 8.302 million shares. Now still holding out at 23.55%. It's lower now. At some point it was I think up to 40% or thereabouts. There's also that chart, the ATS. Let's see what's going on. Okay, that chart is extending seriously, getting support from its 10-minute trend, 10-minute moving average. It's trading at 2.24. What's the news? That chart to launch metaverse advertising and NFT monetization platform. That's the news. That news came out about 30 minutes ago. It's not optionable. Volume is 4.188 million shares. So our target for that chart is 2.35. May not get there. 2.35. It's pulling back now, getting support from its volume weighted average price. The VIMI. WIMI hologram cloud up 16.35%. Okay, so we're trying to read the news, but okay, we have two windows open. Okay, we got it here. Volume is 1.241 million shares. Okay. Why my Holo VR approved by the FCC to enter the US market? Why my Hologram Cloud Inc., a leading global holographic AR application technology provider, today announced that its virtual reality and head-mounted display product for the consumer market has been approved by the FCC to enter the US market. The new head display device, YMI Holo VR, that has been licensed by the FCC is the first VR device that supports double-clicking see-through in China. It adopts the leading color SEE through dual camera scheme, which has 105 degrees visual angle and supports SLAM spatial positioning and gesture recognition, perfectly adapted to handle 6 degrees of freedom positioning technology, which unlimited application expansions with unlimited application expansion space. It uses a VR gamepad with broadband vibration technology, which can imitate a variety of vibration experience, providing a 0 to 1000 Hz frequency point response with less than 10 millisecond latency, and supports the official SDK program. Okay. Why am I? Is it optionable? Let's see. It's optionable, yes. So let's return and see what's going on with KXIN, KXIN. KXIN up 50.45%, still moving sideways. We're counting down now. We have about 48 minutes before the market opens. NILE has lost some of the gains it had earlier on. Let's see whether MULN has regained its losses, or rather, yes, it's on the move now. 8.5% now, you can see that. At this point it was down about 8%, you can see that it is bullishly racing upwards. So let's see whether we can set a target. We had a target of $3.33 some time ago. I think we're just going to stick to that. It has always exceeded that target and fallen back again. So we're just going to maintain that target of 3.33. So MULN is yes, bullishly extending right now. HYMC, okay. It's up 32.81%, just moving sideways. Was there any news concerning the stock? Okay, it says the company says it has completed equity raise. HYMC, top traded stock. Okay, it has 22.513 million shares have crossed the tape. It's optionable. Okay, what we can see for sure is that there's some weakness there, or rather buyers and sellers are holding pretty much equal sides to this level it is at right now. This 32%, it is currently this 32% gain it has right now is supported equally by buyers and sellers. Momentum is just waning. So sellers are skeptical, buyers are pretty much bullish. So it's evened out right here, concerning the stock, based on what the RSI is indicating. The RSI is, as a matter of fact, the buyers are slightly more. They have a slight upper hand at the moment. The RSI is at 43.02. Anything below 50 or above 50, below 50, an RSI figure of below 50 below 50 indicates that buyers have a slight upper hand. Above 50, sorry, anything below 50 for the RSI indicates that sellers are taking charge. If it's above 50, buyers are taking charge. So right now it's at 45.03, meaning that sellers they're here definitely. They've ensured that the stock hasn't rallied. It may not just be sellers. Yes, sellers. Some of those sellers may have been bullish at some point. So that's what's going on with HYMC at the moment. Okay, let's see. CEI. CEI is more of an energy stock, more of a crude stock, not as much of not a natural gas stock. It's more of a crude oil stock. So it's down 5.75. Penny stock, optionable. Tricontinental is unchanged at the moment. Where are you expecting the quiz? Is it in Tricontinental? Only one share ever have crossed the tape. Has crossed the tape. So it's quite interesting. The current short interest is 797,500 shares, and we don't have the float at the moment. We don't have the float figures at the moment, but we have the average trading volumes are around 73,000, and around that 870 to 73,000. That's the average volume. Okay, so let's see whether we can find the float for TY stock. Okay, let's see short interest. Okay, short interest ratio is 13.7. Yes, it's also important based on its average volumes. It's going to take about 13 sessions to cover that. It's a healthy number, but we need to find out exactly what the short interest is. There's off exchange short volume of 52.53%, which is that pool volume. Okay. Okay, public float is 20 tricontinental. Let's see. Float is according to what we've seen here is about 27 million. Some are saying 27, some are saying other things, So if you have if you're thinking that there's going to be a squeeze on TY stock, what is certain is that even though it has somewhere around 90, is about 10 times, or rather 13 times its average volume of late. It doesn't. Yeah, some squeeze might have still occur regardless, because it's based on what is available. Even though because the float is out there in the public, but at the same time they may also not be in the market as well. It may just be they may not be available. They could be held by institutions or in even regular retail investors who are not have not made them available. Yes, so 13 times, or rather short interest ratio, that is number of days it will take to cover. Yes, it's quite important, quite significant. So anything can happen, but I can't see anything You know, it can, something can happen. So there could be a rally, but there could be a short squeeze, but I can't say when or not. And it's also not optionable as well. So it is, you know, it always, I mean, the squeezes, they always occur. They're, you know, constantly occurring, depending on who is involved, who has been caught off guard, whose margin call has been activated, and all that stuff. You know, so. So the market is opening in about 35 minutes. Okay, Star Surgical just announced that the FDA has approved one of its lenses. CODA Octopus Group up 16.53%. Gas LNG partners up 11.17. Is there any news? Just one of the stocks in the move. 319,000 shares across the tape. Is it optionable? It is optionable. Gas LNG partners. So we're counting down to the open of the regular session of the 28th of March 2022. Last Monday of the quarter. Last Monday of the first quarter of 2022. Feline Therapeutics up 7.14%. Let's see what's going on with MULN. Okay, MULN's up 7.23. Fortress Biotech up 2.99%. HYMC, okay. Which series do you have? The April 14th or the May 20th? Okay, November. Okay, let's keep an eye on MULN. Okay, it's cooling off. So if you add this, at this point it was down 8%, and if you add what it is right now, it has actually gained from here about 13%. It's only it's 5% above its closing price of 2.35. But some people may have gotten in here from after $2.0. Well, 2K, man, that's lucky you, yes. The algos have definitely included MULN in their list of stocks that they have to crawl to see what's going on, to see what the social media and the regular media are saying about it, what's going on YouTube and Reddit. So they're out there crawling and reading headlines and probably even watching the videos and including probably this one as well, to see what the sentiment is. Yeah, because the algos have they're no longer just observing the markets, they're also now following what the media is saying. Well, at some point you just have to quit your day job and do this full time. I mean, well, you don't have to quit your day job. I mean, as many jobs as you have, which includes day trading and options and stocks trading. Why not? You know, as many of them as anyone. I mean, I'm a believer of having so many of them all lined up. You know, provided I don't burn out. Yes, let's look at TRA. You mentioned them. TL. TRA down 7.24. AUR. Up 0.9. CRON. Down 6.35. Can't remember the third one. Okay, let's see what's going on with NILE. NILE just holding out at 20%ish. Yeah, that's the way, man. Yes. For now, we all need as much money as we can make. We can't make enough at the moment. Things are really changing. PBIG. PB convention is unchanged. DATS. That chart is up 26.51. WIMI. YMI hologram up 11.41%. Plantronics up 48.28% to be acquired by HP. New girlfriend wants to get a new girlfriend. This could get it very expensive. Okay. Yes, it can get it very, yeah, for sure. You need all the money you have to get. Yes. Can somebody add another like? Let's get the likes to 4. We don't have so many of them, but it's not gonna cost. It doesn't cost anything to put that like button. Okay, so HP is planning to acquire this company for $40 per share, so it's at 38.85 now. Core group holdings up 21.26. Okay, we're counting down now. We have 20 minutes before the market opens. KXIN up 47.75 on the news that there's a promise of about over up to 20,000. According to them, an order for 20,000 new energy cars, which will cost, which will net them about $940 million. NILE is up 23.55. PROG is up 4.73. MULN is up 7.23%. Okay, says here strengthens balance sheet. I think raise more capital, I think. CEI combined energy down 5.6%. Okay, it says here oil companies fall as Shanghai lockdown weakens demand for oil. Okay, you can see, yes, that is why we have that amongst other things. Unfortunately, we have 2 contracts there, 2 option contracts in Scamba Energy. Some therapeutics up 9.93%. Can we find any news behind that? Okay, Axum gains on deal to acquire Jazz Pharma's daytime sleepiness drug. Okay. 160,000 shares of cross tape. It's also optionable. Percentage holdings up 10.37%. TC by Pharma holdings up 8.33%. Mobiquity Tech Inc. up 14.19%. No news. Chorus Inc. up 12.92%. Venus Concept up 13.04%. Okay, weaker oil prices are helping risk sentiment, although they are down on growth concerns after Shanghai imposed lockdowns to curb an outbreak of COVID-19. China's Shanghai Composite eked out a 0.1% gain on Monday. The treasury market is also reflecting growth concerns by way of the curve flattening activity. The 2-year yield is up 2 basis points to 2.31%, while the 10-year yield is down 2 basis points to 2.47%. The US dollar index is up 0.5% to 99.25 amid relative weakness in the Japanese yen, which is down 1.6% against the dollar after the Bank of Japan offered to buy an unlimited amount of JGBSs at 0.25%. That move was consistent with the central bank's policy of yield curve control. In key corporate news, Apple is planning to cut production for the iPhone SE by roughly 20% and AirPods by more than 10 million units this year amid geopolitical uncertainty, according to the Nikkei. Tesla will also will ask shareholders to authorize additional shares to enable another stock split. Separately, investors will receive in advance international trading goods, retail inventories and wholesale inventories report for February at 8:30 a.m. Eastern US time. So that's what's going on amongst other things. So let's see what the folks at CNBC are saying. Wall Street looks steady after a 2-week winning streak. Oil sinks on demand worries after Shanghai COVID lockdown announced. Tesla wants to split its shares so it can pay a stock dividend. Russia-Ukraine talks to continue. US walks back Biden's Putin comment. Biden to propose the billionaire minimum income tax. Okay. US stocks rose slightly in this pre-market session. Wall Street was looking to close out a monthly gain for March on Thursday. I think if we close above 43.34 on the S&P, or right on it, if we close above it, then that will neutralize any previous declines in the quarter. But below it will definitely confirm the bearish, or rather the negative, confirm the negative scenario that we're facing. So Wall Street is looking to close out the monthly gain for March and probably the quarter as much as they can on Thursday, the 31st, after logging a 2-week winning streak. There's a good chance there might be some rally, because we always see that, towards the end of the day, towards the end of the week, towards the end of the month, towards the end of possibly the quarter. So this week it should be, but it must not be. So fingers crossed. So on the first day of April, this coming Friday, the government is scheduled to release its last monthly employment report ahead of the Federal Reserve's policy meeting in the first week of May. Growing expectations for more aggressive interest rate hikes have been pushing bond yields higher. In fact, the 5-year and 30-year Treasury yields Monday inverted for the first time since 2006, raising fears of a possible recession. The benchmark 10-year Treasury yield reached almost 2.56%, hitting a fresh nearly 2-year high. Okay. Oil sinks on demand worries after Shanghai COVID lockdown announced. Okay, we already know that. Stocks making the biggest moves in the pre-market. Tesla beyond mid-coin base. Okay, AMC is one of them. We'll have a look and see what's going on with AMC. AMC is up 0.94%. What's the news? CEO of AMC, Adam Aaron, says the company would embark on more transformational deals to capitalize on interests of retail investors. AMC unveiled a $27.9 million investment for 22% stake in Highcroft Mining Holdings. Did you hear that word very well? AMC unveiled $27.9 million investment for 22% stake in Highcroft Mining Holdings Corp earlier this month, an unusual deal for a company operating more than 100 theaters worldwide that raised eyebrows among market observers. Stock had soared 1,183% in 2021, following a social media-driven retail trading frenzy. The company's $1.8 billion war chest, which it raised in 2021 by selling its shares in the open market, was in part on the back of retail investors who turned AMC into a popular meme stock. As of the close, as of last close, the stock was down 25.6% year to date. Probably, I don't know if you may have known that AMC has a 27.9% stake or 22% stake in Highcroft Mining. Well, I didn't know that. I'm just finding out. Highcroft is definitely, I think, a gold mining stock. Well, there's something common there. The MC in the last two letters in their tickers. Let's see again. HYMC. So we have about 3 minutes before the market opens. AMC's recent investment indicates that it sees Highcroft as a gold mine. Why it matters. This type of move makes sense for both parties. While it will indeed bolster Highcroft's liquidity, as CEO Adam Aaron noted in a tweet, it will also provide a valuable diversification for AMC. The entertainment company has been pushed to market prominence by its status as a meme stock. However, some critics don't see the stock as having long-term growth potential due to its limited nature. Investor place control. Okay. MC should absolutely be looking to diversify its holdings and demonstrate it to investors that it is more than simply a more theater chain. When we examine it from that perspective, acquiring an equity stake in a gold and silver mining company is a strategic move that investors should be happy to see. It should also be noted that Highcroft still trades at very low levels, even with its recent surges. If it continues to rise and the company seems certain that it will, AMC will repay significant profit. This investment from AMC should be great news for Highcroft investors. They can take comfort in the fact that AMC sees HYMC stock as having growth potential. As their contributor states, in the short term, AMC's stake in Highcroft Mining appears to be benefiting both companies. What it means, though that both companies could see shares fall unless further action is taken, this observation is astute. The gold rush that propelled HYMC stock into Wall Street spotlight may indeed be over. For AMC to take such a large equity stake in a company like Highcroft, though it indicates that it foresees a further catalyst ahead that will help keep both stocks in the green. Well, investors should proceed with caution. Okay, the market is opened, while also keeping a very close eye on both stocks, particularly HYMC. It's easy for investors to dismiss penny stocks. It's easy for investors to dismiss penny stocks. However, AMC's investment shows that Highcroft is a company that should be taken seriously. Okay, the market is open now. Okay, Highcroft is up, zoomed away. Okay, let's see what's going on with KXIN. KXIN's up 50.45%, extending bullishly. NILE is up 24.15%. CEI is down 4.33%. Highcroft about 28.57. That chart up 31.32%. YMI hologram up 13%. Core group is unchanged. Okay, thank you all for joining this live session. Thank you, Paul. And there's a good chance I might come back again and continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this live session.